You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Hey, guess who's back? Let's welcome her back. But she just came with some colorful hair today.
You bet.
You wild child, you. What's going on, Kaylina?
I needed the hair. I needed the change.
Oh my goodness! Only if you could see, because she's on StreamYard. You guys, you could catch it after. I don't know what kind of color. What do you? A
Girl,
peacock?
it's
Not
flames.
even a peacock. What's the?
A peacock?
It's orange.
Peacocks are blue.
Okay, I don't know.
What are you saying right now?
Flamingo? Well, what's something that
Flamingos are pink, but my hair is not pink.
I knew that. I'm not that bad.
I'm trying to think. Is it a parakeet? A parrot?
Yeah, some animal like that. Some
I have
different
flames
colored
for
bird.
hair, and I don't know. It seemed like a good decision at the time.
But
I'm still happy with it.
But I appreciate you. You know somebody's going to call in right now because Kaylina's voice. You know how you got those stalkers out there that listen just to Kaylina.
Uh-oh.
No, fans, not stalkers.
Yeah,
no stalkers,
right.
just fans.
Hey, you guys, it's Tuesday. I got my guy Ed Nunez in here with me as well from the Pit Press. What's going on, Ed? My guy, what's up?
Kenny, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. You coming here with this Laker crap on, like Luka's supposed to be like in the top 3 in the MVP race, but came up a little short.
They're
man.
still my team, baby. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to turn my back on them. I've been a fan since 1972, so old habits die hard.
I'm coming in hot. You guys. What'd you say,
I said
Kaylina?
that's a commitment.
Yeah, man. You're lifelong.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I got a couple special guests in here. She don't want to admit it, but her name is my boss. She works for APD, just like I work for APD. Angelina, what's up, homie?
Hi, how are you?
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna make you talk, even though you don't want to.
Thank you,
How's
Kenny.
everything going?
I appreciate it. Everything's going well. How about you?
Everything's great. She's like, what? I don't know what to say. It's
You're always
just
putting me on the spot.
because you put me on the spot when I have to come out to events.
That is true.
She fills up my calendar, you guys. What's the event we just did, Angelina? That was at the UNM substation. It was the
So it was a coffee with the cop style event for the deaf, blind, and hard of hearing community.
There we go. That was the first one or the second one?
I believe it was the first one in that area command, but the second one the APD hosted overall.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I think that's my second one. Because we had the cops with but it wasn't with the impaired. So that was my first one actually. Yeah. So hey, just to let you guys know, there's a lot of different things I do with APD, so I just wanted her to address that one. Angelina, before I go to Officer Sharp, what's the falling? The memorial is tomorrow right here in Civic Plaza. That kicks off at 9 for the officers that have fallen, that have served this community well. Is that 9:30 right here, Civic Plaza?
Yes, our annual law enforcement memorial is going to be at 9:00 a.m. at Civic Plaza, and everyone is welcome to join.
See, that's why I bring it up, you guys. And if you're listening to the show, I dropped that yesterday. If you want to come out, man, these officers are serving our community well. But I got to bring in Officer Dominic Sharp right now. You guys, what's going on, man? What's up?
Hey, another day, man. I'm just out here working,
Working? Hey, you off right now, bro?
I'm not off. I'm still on the clock. I'm always working.
Good for you, man. Hey, so Officer Sharp, you're from New Mexico, right? Born and raised.
That's correct.
What made you decide to become an officer, man?
Just watching cops on the early television shows when I was
like the old school cops.
Old school
I still watch that to this day, man.
Old school cops. I was watching that. I kind of grew up in not like a broken home, but my dad was always getting arrested and stuff. So I know I didn't want to go down that path. I wanted to go down a different path and kind of turn my life around from there. It's all about the decisions you make and everything like that. So I was doing that and also being a mentor towards my younger brother as well. So I wanted to show him this is the right way of doing things. This is, how you do things, and this is how you go about things every day, all day, 24/7.
That's cool, man. I actually appreciate you sharing that because I have family members that are in Georgia where I'm from, but they claim me from New Mexico, right? That are involved in all kinds of illegal stuff, from drugs to all kinds of stuff. That's why my dad got me out and joined the military. So hat off to you, man, because that's huge to be able to take that on your shoulders and then be a leader for your brother. So kudos to you, man. I really, mad respect. Ed, you got something?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I wanted we've got a new female police chief, the first one in Albuquerque Police Department history. any kind of new policing methods that they've, and community policing, I believe, is very important. When I was at East San Jose Community Center, I remember the police, they used our center as a meeting place one time. And I remember a lot of the neighborhood, like, what's the hoodoo doing here, this and that. Hey, there are people like you. So you don't do anything wrong. You don't got nothing to worry about. And I thought that was important, though, to bring, the police there at that time. Has there been any new methods discussed as far as police methods? And, some of these are tried and true, but anything that you might learn from our new chief as far as policing here in Albuquerque?
I spoke with her chief a few times before she became the chief. She's a very cool person. I love working for her. But the objective doesn't change any day. It doesn't matter who's chief in. We're going to continue to do our things out there and try to make this community a safer place for everyone, and including us.
Yeah.
So you're currently assigned to what unit?
I'm assigned to the Valley Air Command for the field services. Okay,
can you share with us a little bit what that entails as far as like what you do?
Yeah, on a daily basis, when I clock into work, I take calls for service. So anyone that's calling needing our help for domestic crimes, property crimes, anything you can think of, we respond to it.
Okay.
If we have to get another unit or specialty unit involved in it, then we will. But we're the guys that go outside, that you probably see us outside, on traffic stops, on calls for service, or just riding around town. That'll be most likely us.
Yo, Ed, I know you have some background working with the city and some different things like that. Is there anything that you've seen as far as improvement when it comes to our law enforcement, from the standpoint, or even questions on like what you think we should probably be doing differently?
I'll tell you one thing, this city is a lot different than it was when I was at East San Jose, which is Herman Sanchez now, or even Cesar Chavez, the international district. And so I think things have changed on the ground, I know one thing that we did at Cesar Chavez, we used to have these weed and seed dances on Friday night with policemen there and kids dancing. I'll tell you one thing, I would be nervous, though, because I was hoping nothing happened. I was like, I'm watching them. But I remember one kid, I caught him right at the door. He comes in drunk. I'm like, man, you can't come in here like that. And we'd laugh about it even when I saw him years later. So, but I thought that was one thing that we did there that was great, because I wanted the kids to have fun in a safe environment. But before, I'm like this, like the whole night, like, because I want nothing to happen, man,
Exactly.
And so I think things have changed on the ground a lot. And, kudos to what you do. Honestly, it's not an easy job. It isn't. And things have changed so much here in Albuquerque. So I can just wish you the best of luck and stay safe. And thank you for keeping people safe.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
If you had to give some type of advice to somebody that's listening right now, because let's just put it out there. When you think of officers, you think of bad things. Like, I work for APD, but I'm a believer in individuals are the ones that's causing the problems, right? If you had to give some words of advice to people that might be interested or might be skeptical of being an officer, what advice would you give them?
So every officer that comes in, whether it's a recruit, whether it's a seasoned vet, it's a person behind the badge. It's always someone's husband, someone's wife, someone's sister, someone's aunt, someone's uncle. So you don't have to be defined by the badge. You just gotta uphold the law. That's what you're paid to do, and that's your job. But just believe in yourself and try to make a difference in yourself, and kind of direct yourself in a direction where all you think about and your attention and every day is like a good thing to do.
Gotcha.
You want to be intentional with anything that you do, but you want to be intentional with the good decisions you make at that day, at that time, at that hour, whatever it is. So if someone's interested about joining, just make sure you do it for the right reasons. We don't want nobody that's going to do anything for the wrong reasons, or trying to get themselves in trouble. We don't like seeing that. We don't like doing none of that stuff. We just go out there every day, trying to make a difference in people's lives. And some people even, on our calls, during our calls, or even after our calls, they'll thank us and saying, thank you for being here today. Sorry if it was bothering. At any time I tell them it's not a bother. It's my job. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. So any way that I can help that person or that group of people in any way I can, I'll try to do it.
Hey, you guys, Officer Sharp is a sports fan. We're going to chop it up with him a little bit more after this segment. Unfortunately, you guys, he's a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. Don't know why.
Fortunately. Kevin Garnett, that's why I'm a big
okay. I played the big ticket.
Yeah.
Man,
big ticket.
I used to go at the big ticket, little ticket.
I was wondering about that.
He wasn't the big ticket to me.
Yeah, he was on a show last night. And I was thinking about you, because they were talking about him and the Celtics and Pierce and Ray Allen. And I was like, Kenny played against that dude. That guy used to, but he could play. That dude was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yo, let's chop it up when we get back. Yeah. Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves a little bit because our officer's a fan, and then we could talk a little bit of sports and ask you a couple more questions, Officer Sharp. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. Kaylina's back. Hey, I love the music, and you're bobbing.
I'm always bobbing. I'm always dancing.
You music genius, you.
I mean, you said genius. That was your word.
Yeah, music. I didn't say sports.
Hey,
music.
No, okay. Whoa there. I didn't say sports. I will accept the compliment of genius for music.
Hey, hit us with a note real quick. Hit us with a quick note real quick.
Oh, say just kidding. No.
That's boring.
Well, okay. Pedro, Pe. I'm not going to trust my Italian after that.
Terrible. You're terrible.
You're on the spot. This is a sports show.
Hey, there's a couple listeners out there that love to hear your voice.
You got to throw a couple things in there, though.
Come on, Kaylina. Women are listening. They're in the car with their husbands or boyfriends, and they're being forced to listen. And then this is where you come in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come back to me.
You're such a dork. I got Ed Nunez in here with me, you guys, from the Pit Press, and I got Angelina, my boss from APD, and I got Officer Dominic Sharp in here with me as well. Before the break, I broke it out that Officer Sharp is a Timberwolves fan. Hey, man, that series, did you really expect them to get past Denver? Let's keep it real.
I expected us to get past Denver.
Are you kidding me, man?
But we always had Denver's number.
Ever since last year. Yeah, I saw that coming.
I was like, the Spurs are going to give us the trouble because they have Wemby on there.
Just only because of Wemby?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. When you throw it to any 7-footer out there, you're going to have a hard time.
Okay, not necessarily, but those guards on the perimeter have to give him the ball. Come on, Castleman, UConn, world national champ. You got Ron Harper's son, Dylan Harper. Remember Ron Harper?
I remember Ron Harper, Dylan Harper. I don't.
He's like, only thing I remember, Ed, is Wemby. 7'4", Wemby. But what do you think of the playoffs right now, Officer Sharp? What's up?
I think it's shaping out pretty good. Like I said, I was expecting us to get past Denver, but if the Spurs got through, I was like, we're going to have trouble with the Spurs. Go Bears. He's getting up there in age. He can't keep up, especially with Wemby only being at 21,
Okay.
But it's shaping out how I expected it to be. I didn't expect Boston to exit out that early. I thought they would get past them in the first round.
Yeah.
But, things happen. People get injured. People cry about it when they get beat. So.
Ed, you hear this? Hey, he said people cry when they get beat. Minnesota actually made it to the second round, right?
They did.
So did your Lakers cry when they got beat?
You know what? I expected them to lose. I did.
My Rockets cried. Oh, yeah. I cried for my Rockets.
I'll tell you what, the way OKC and San Antonio are built, there's going to be a whole lot of crying in the next 5 years, man.
Yeah.
So we might as well get into this now, Ed, since you brought up 5 years, because Magic Johnson, my mentor, right, he dropped a nugget that, hey, you guys better watch out, Western Conference, between 5 to 7 years, you got OKC and you got the Spurs. Those teams are the ones that's going to be reckoned with in the West and probably winning championships. Even when you think about the Eastern Conference, no hating on the Knicks or anything, but what's your thoughts there with Magic Johnson's comment?
I said the same thing. My wife and I were talking about it today, and I told you since '72. You know what though? I've seen the Lakers win 12. So, but I'd like to see them win at least 3, 4 more. But it's going to be a while before it doesn't matter. They've got Luka, right? Yeah. And they've got decisions to make on Austin Reeves and LeBron James. It doesn't matter. Look, all that stuff is futile, man. Futile, whatever you want to call it. And I hate to say that. Of course, I'll watch because this team, the way San Antonio is constructed, with that guy. Somebody mentioned that. They asked Jalen Williams, "Hey, were you afraid to approach the rim because of Wemby?"
Oh, yeah.
Then he stops and says, "Yeah." He goes, "The guy's 8 feet tall, man, with this wingspan.
Yeah,
you got to pull him away from the rim."
Yeah.
What adjustments can they make in game 2? Mark Denegalt's a dang good coach, man. He is. Mm-hmm. There's only so much you can do. Because he can guard in space, too.
Totally
he can guard in the corner. He can guard on the perimeter. Most bigs are stiffs. They can't guard out there.
Nope.
This dude is something like we've never seen. And I've watched, like I said, since 72. I've seen him. That's a long time. What I'm telling you is when I see it.
Bro.
No, I just got to tell you that's a lot of ball, right?
Yeah,
it is.
So my wife and I are like, and my wife's like, wow. We're both like, who in the heck can stop that?
Yeah.
Because, usually you played in the league, man. You played with Dream,
Shaq,
Barkley.
Shaq.
You played against Shaq?
I even played against Sean Bradley. That was 7'6".
7'6",
he's not
right?
Wemby. He's
Right.
not as skilled, obviously. I even played against Manute Bol.
7'7". Yeah.
Stop your laughing, man. I'm not that old.
Hey, man.
I'm not saying 72.
I'm not judging.
I was
I'm
born-
not
I didn't say I was 72. I've watched the NBA since 72.
Confirm that.
I'm not 72, not yet. I may not make 72, baby, but I'm still here today.
You're going to make 72. I was not calling my
We
guy
don't know, right?
72.
Yeah. So, but anyway, no. George Murishon from the Washington Wizards their Bullets at that time was 7'7". There was comments made today like, oh, he should be that good because he's 7'4". That's a bunch of crap. You're not giving him the respect that he deserves. This kid pulling up for a cold-blooded three from 30 feet?
Yes.
Man.
Hey, you guys. Hey, here's a text, you guys. APD officer Dominic Sharp needs to arrest Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs for assault on OKC last night. The alien is a beast who's possessed in the Mamba mode. Put my name down on an actual witness, John Romero.
No, that's my man, John. That's my man.
I should have known it was John.
Yeah, I love John. He's a good guy.
P.S. I love Kaylina's new hair color.
What?
Nothing.
See, there you go.
I'm all back when we live streamed. I'm over here like, hold on,
That's awesome.
what's happening?
Yo,
They're
officer.
like, you painted a word picture. And I see the vision. It looks fantastic.
See, look, but the engagement is legendary. Kaylina, voice and hair, because you do change your hair pretty often.
Okay, pretty often. Not really. But you know what? I think I will now. Thanks for the inspiration.
You can call it Firebird.
Hey,
I like that. There you go.
Like a phoenix. She
There we
rises
go.
from the ashes.
it would come from an APD officer.
Yep.
Hey, Officer Sharp,
Guys,
man.
his name is
Skills.
Officer Sharp.
What?
He's got sharp wit.
What skills from sports do you think help officers the most at your job?
I encourage if anyone's interested in high school, you're interested in law enforcement, anything like that, join any sport with a team. I feel like is
Okay.
the best, because we have to work together.
That makes sense.
Working together, builds teamwork, it builds discipline, it builds determination that you need to get something done together as a collective unit. Without that, it's hard for you to accomplish it, or it takes you more longer to accomplish it. So I feel like those things, those building blocks, being around your brothers or your sisters or your teammates, anything like that. Those are the building blocks in having a successful community in policing.
Well said, because obviously you think there's a lot of athletes, Ed. Don't you know a lot of ex-athletes that are probably like officers or firefighters, like Miguel Titman, not comparing the fire with the officers, right, when it comes to APD, but you think of sports, most athletes going to law enforcement, right?
A lot of them do.
Right? Okay. I'm just thinking because you're more local than me, especially when it comes to the guys trying to figure out if they're willing to go. Like I think of Miguel Titman, right? Albuquerque High, my teammate, 95 champs, you guys.
There you go.
He's a firefighter, and he had to climb himself up. So yeah.
Jesse Beckton. I don't know if Jesse Beckton's still an officer, but he played football for Del Norte and at UNM. Went into is he still an officer? Do you know?
I don't recognize the name, but I don't know.
Yeah, he was a policeman for a long time. Yeah.
So, Angelina, you want to add anything else, young lady, before we get up out of here? Boss lady?
No,
She hates when I call her my boss, but you are my boss. Just saying.
That's okay. I know.
Anything you can think of?
No,
Not trying to put you on the spot. Anything coming up big with APD outside of the memorial tomorrow?
Just the memorial tomorrow, and actually we will be in the Southwest Area Command for our youth community outreach on Thursday.
Okay.
At Benny Aragon Park.
There we go.
Starting from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we'll have our specialty units out there, AFR, CYFD is going to be out there, just a meet and greet and talking to our community. So.
And just to let you guys know, APD is a part of my golf tournament as well, KennyThomasGolf.com, and they will be out there. The majority of my partners will be out there as well. Hopefully we can get some of those vehicles out there. I think we had 1 or 2 vehicles last year Just to throw that out there. Recruitment's going to be out there. So, Officer Sharp, man, you got anything else you want to drop before we let you get up out of here and go put some people in jail?
If you got anything else for me, then I guess I'm out.
You don't got anything else, man?
I'm good.
Okay, once again, tell us your unit and what's the name of the unit again? You're a field officer, basically?
Yeah, I'm a Valley Field Services.
Okay.
And, take calls for service and do my thing out there.
Appreciate you, my man, for coming in. And thank you, Angelina, as always. And thank you, APD, for allowing me to represent you guys as your community liaison. And if you want to be an officer, you can go to apdonline.com, starting at $30.75 an hour. And there's a $10,000 signing bonus, you guys. apdonline.com. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Ed, it's just me and you and Kaylina, man. When we get back, Clayton has some family issues.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hope he's doing okay.
Prayers for Clayton Shields, you guys, my old Lobo teammate. There's a lot of different things going on right now. So prayers for Clayton. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here producing with me, you guys, today. And I got my guy Ed Nunez from the Pit Press in here with me as well, you guys. I didn't get to ask my guy Ed, what's going on with the Pit Press, man? You know how we started off and kick it off, man, but we had a guest. What's up?
We had a show last night. We had former UNM women's softball player Andrea Howard, who was an All-American, played for Italy in the Olympics. Her mother's a dual citizen with Italy. We had her on last night. She's actually married to former UNM baseball outfielder Jared Mang, who got drafted by the Detroit Tigers. So we had a great conversation with her, studying her third year in medical school, studying to be a doctor.
Oh, wow.
She's amazing, man. She is. Yeah, she's here, and she's going to stay here. And we said that to her. Said we need doctors. That's what we said to her. But she was just so engaging. We had a lot of pictures of her from her time playing in the Olympics, man. She was amazing. She said a lot of her Italian teammates didn't speak a lot of English, but she learned from watching the United States veterans, the Japan veterans. She was so engaging. That came from John Romero. John Romero worked with her dad at Sandia Labs, and John Romero set that up for us. So John Romero, again, a very good friend of the Pit Press, friend of Unfiltered, friend of any sports program there is. John Romero will be listening or watching, I promise you.
My guy, John, I appreciate the love as always, my guy. Hey, we got to get John on the show. If you're listening, John, hey, come on. Come on up here on a Tuesday and Thursday and come kick it with me and Ed. It's Ed's Tuesday or Thursday, so it's on Ed.
Yeah, he'd love to. I'm sure he'd love to.
I'm putting it on you. It's on you. It's your Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah, no.
So if you want John to come on, it ain't me, John, just to throw it out there. But hey, here's a text, Ed. Comparing Sean Bradley to Wemby is like comparing Dan Marley to Michael Jordan. Can you let them know I was not comparing?
No, there's no comparison.
I wasn't comparing.
Just said he played against them.
I just said I played against them.
Kenny's all, hold on. They didn't understand me. Someone else say it.
I might as well quit. If that's the only thing I can talk about is basketball, there's no way I would compare Sean Bradley to Wemby.
Right.
We need to back up because you mentioned just in passing, which maybe the listeners already know this story, but I don't know this story. Magic Johnson was your
yes.
He was your mentor.
Still is, but I barely talk to him. But I could use his name. And resources.
Here, hold on.
And resources.
I didn't send a Christmas card. This is shame on me.
See, but the thing about it is with him, when it comes to Magic, if he's involved, it's a bigger piece. You know what I mean? So it's like it's one of those things to where I'm able to create my own destiny to a certain extent, and being able to have somebody like that you can kind of not like I would say look up to, because if you really think about it, Ed, I know you know this, and Magic Johnson has taken several guys under his wing and showed them the way.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Look at Shaq. I don't know if you know about Shaq, but 24-hour fitnesses and the general and all those things. It was Magic Johnson that told him these things. That's why I'm doing all the different things that I'm doing, especially with having government contracts with APD and then being able to work with tourism and having my face on trash cans in the whole state, from supporting keeping litter out of our state through tourism and just trying to develop those opportunities, right, and support the community. I'm big when it comes to community. And another thing, before we get into some basketball, I got my big Memorial Day weekend tournament coming up, and it's going to be in Los Lunas, you guys, at Daniel Fernandez Park. We're having live music on Friday from 7 to 9 with the live band to where families can be there no drinking. Officers will be coming and checking coolers and different things, but we're also doing a movie night on Saturday to where we're expanding what we're doing when it comes to Memorial Day weekend and kids, because we have like 180 kids, 180 teams. Just to throw that out there. So
that's awesome. Yeah, and it's a community event, as you mentioned. So I think people will come out and really enforce for that one.
And it's free, bro.
Yeah, free. Can't get any better than that.
And it's free. But, hey, this is what we've been waiting to talk about. Ed's in here licking the chops, man. Wemby, it was unbelievable. First one at the age of 21, 22 to have 41 points and 20 rebounds. Shaq, they said Shaq had 27 rebounds in the playoffs. He's never gotten back to that mark. I see Wemby doing that again. But, Ed, me and you and Clayton talked about, does Wemby and the Spurs have the depth and the ability to win a 7-game series? I've always thought they did, and I just said it yesterday with Eric Strauss and Bo Hightower that was on yesterday. I have the Spurs in 7. What's your thoughts?
They came and punched OKC in the mouth, and remember, OKC had been undefeated in the playoffs. Yeah. And so I thought they sent a game-1 message, and if you look at it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, before the game, got his second MVP in a row, and he deserved it. Only 7 of 23 from the field. Yeah. They harassed him, thought they challenged his shots, had a hand up in his face. He's not going to have the easy road. And look, Caruso had 31. Good, that's good. And it's bad because that guy normally doesn't score like that. He's like more of a 12 to 15, shoots when he's open. Yeah. It's good that he scored last night, but that's not a winning formula for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think if you mentioned the depth, and remember, De'Aaron Fox out last night with ankle soreness, and Castle had a little bit more turnovers than he normally does because he relies on Fox as that other ball handler. Yeah. I think they have more than enough depth. They showed it last night. And Wemby, again, that 30-footer when the score is tied tied it up again, you're thinking, hey, they're up by 3, and then he didn't even hesitate. What Kevin Harlan called it, a cold-blooded 3 by Wemby. Kevin Harlan's one of the best announcers there is.
That was Steph Curry range.
Yes.
Man. And he just made it look so easy.
So you know what, I got to tell you, and I think you and I talked about this. my wife and I were talking about it this morning. There was a play earlier in the season when the Spurs had the ball out of bounds against Golden State, and Draymond is bodying him up and talking to him and looking up at him. Wemby got the ball in and slammed it on the win with left hand like he wasn't there. Yeah. And this, by the way, Draymond has been on how many all-defensive teams in the NBA? Yeah. And it acted like he was – and some of the dunks he did last night, and I know you're thinking the same thing. You played in the league, so you're probably like, how do you stop that? I mean, it looks like he's not even trying.
Well, the Draymond Green thing right in the middle is like, okay, Draymond, I'm just going to stand here. That's what he did when he was walking Caruso up the lane a little bit to establish that spin-off to where, hey, just throw it at the rim. Just throw it at the rim. Ain't nobody going to go get it.
Who's going to stop that?
See, but the thing about it is, we talked about this. How does Caruso end up guarding Wemby instead of Chet Holmgren?
A couple of times we saw that.
Instead of Chet Holmgren.
Or Hartenstein, Hartenstein's, 6'10", but he has a better chance than Caruso.
I don't understand that. I mean, Caruso is Alex Caruso's an unbelievable defender.
Yeah, very
right?
good.
But what was that? I think that was the most dumbest thing ever. Was it one of those things to where we're going to have Caruso on him, and then you have Chet and Hartenstein coming over and blocking shots? That's a recipe of disaster, because once Wemby's gone and at the rim, what are you going to do because he's so long?
Got to have some paint protection, and you would think Holmgren, he did block one of Wemby's shots, a big block. But Wemby also stuffed it in his face, in a key moment. And there's no shame there because he's going to do that to a lot of people. You mentioned throw it at the rim. Throw it. Who's going to stop that? Throw where he lives. He lives up there 8 feet. Oh, yeah. Throw where he's at. Who's going to stop that?
You thought Shaq used to do it.
Yeah, okay, you know what? And remember when Shaquille O'Neal, and I remember when they won the 2000 championship, the 2001 championship against the 76ers, I thought he might have been at his physical dominance. It was against Dikembe Mutombo. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm not thinking about the defense. I'm thinking, who could stop that? Yeah. He was explosive, young, athletic, bouncy. When he started putting on weight, his knees, he was never the same after that. But this kid here is a different animal altogether, man. Yeah. He's different. He can handle. He can shoot threes. He can spin. He can pass. He can defend in space.
Yes, he can.
We've never seen
space? He's covered the whole.
Yes. So if you're Mark Denegault, what adjustments do you make? You have to get him in pick and rolls. You have to get him away from the rim. If he's in the rim and in the lane, they love to drive downhill, right? Drive downhill, kick, score.
OKC?
Yes, they love that.
No more.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to figure it out.
It's mid-range shots, but you can't even shoot mid-range shots to a certain extent. Look at Williams at the end of the game, to where he thought he had a layup, and then next thing you know, Wemby's block. He blocked it with his hand, but it looked like he blocked it with his forearm at the end of that game.
Brian Windhorst said that their plan, the Spurs' defensive plan, no elbows, no boxes. You're not getting in the box. You're not getting, because SGA loves those the right elbow, left elbow. He lives on that elbow, man.
Mid-range.
And they're like, not today, not tonight. They have to adjust. There's going to be adjustments for game 2. OKC has to have this game. Otherwise, they run the real danger of getting swept.
Did you notice that the Spurs came out and they went into a 1-2-1? So that means they had a guy at the top that's basically guarding SGA. You had 2 guys on the elbows, and you had the 2 bigs on the bottom. They were basically saying SGA's not going to get started. And where does he want to go? He wants to go to elbow area, free throw line. San Antonio came out and even went to a 2-3 zone, if I believe correctly, to where they just disrupted. And they wanted OKC to actually shoot outside shots because, what did you say? You had SGA that was 7 for 22 or 24-ish overall. But at one point in that first half, what did he have? Or the first 3 quarters, what did he have, 10 points?
Yeah.
I think he had 10 points at that point. And the majority of his points to get to the 24 came from the free throw line, if you really think about it. And then he really wasn't attacking until late. I just feel like Dylan Harper and Castle,
they could guard him.
They can guard him. And they're guarding him with intensity. But, yeah, that's my thoughts.
If it doesn't, I'll tell you one thing, too. That's telling because, again, he's the force that drives the force. When he's going downhill, they all eat. Williams eats. Dort eats. Wallace eats. They all eat. McCain, ineffective last night. That the OKC's a very good team to defend the champs.
Mitchell, too.
Yes.
Mitchell, too.
And last night it was like, not tonight. Yeah. But there will be adjustments in game 2. There will be.
How do they adjust? How do they adjust at home? Like Wemby, like if you're the Spurs coach, you just keep Wemby out of pick and rolls and you just have him drop.
That drop coverage will kill him.
Will kill the Spurs?
Kill the OKC, man. Unless they're hitting.
It was a drop coverage.
They missed some shots too. They did, but again, what did they say when Wemby was the primary defender? OKC was 2 of 10 on shots. Again, this is a different shot blocker than we've ever seen. We've seen some outstanding shot blockers in NBA history, and this guy is anytime he's in the vicinity, you've got to be thinking about it because you might think you get a jump shot off, and he just reaches and blocks it away.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and then he's going to block it to where they can run. He's not going to swat it out of bounds, block it to one of his guys, and he's on the run. We haven't seen. You mentioned the defense that they used last night. There'll be more of that, more zone defenses. Disguise, right?
Yeah.
Mitch Johnson's going to do that. You've got this guy here that is considered already one of the best defensive players that we've seen. He's still got, but you can do so many things with that guy. Imagine what Pop would have done. But again, all due respect to Mitch Johnson, he's going to have this guy for a very long time. He's not going anywhere for the next 16, 18 years, man.
Think about it. You got Cooper Flagg before we go to this break. You got Cooper Flagg. By the time he's 31, 32, is estimated to be a billionaire. Think about Wemby.
Oh, my God.
Think about Wemby. And that was a supermax. That's like $250 million a year.
Man, what's he going to get?
That's stupid.
By the way, his dad is 6'6" and his mom is 6'3". Looked it up.
Oh,
yes.
Mom's 6'3", so it's the same height as Yao Ming's parents to a certain extent.
Yeah, so he got
close.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys will. Hey, sorry, Kaylina, we're in deep thought right there. I know I'm over time, but we'll be right back. We got another segment before we get to the top of the hour. You guys, thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here with me, and I got my guy Ed Nunez from the Pit Press in here with me as well. You guys, Yo, Ed, man, I know you know everything. So the Lobos just filled another spot, right?
They did.
What's the kid's name? It is, what's the kid's name? It's the 11th spot that was just filled. He's a JUCO transfer. We're looking up his name right now. There's 11 roster spots filled right now on our Lobos basketball team.
AJ Pierre-Jerome.
See, this is why I have you, man, because I know you already knew about it because you probably talked about it already. He averaged 6.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, and had 32 blocks, played about 16 minutes in JUCO. From the standpoint of him being 6'9" and athletic, it's a four-man, right? And I like the fact that we have a rim protector. I want to see somebody that can finish around the basket, right? Because obviously the backcourt with Uriah Tenet, Jake Hall, and Dax Hall leading that, we're going to have some type of inside presence, right? I'm not saying that this guy's probably going to be the greatest offensive guy, but you got to have some type of defense. I felt like we didn't have that aspect as a rim protector last year. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree. And one thing that when we were able to watch practice last year, they invited us out to one practice, and I was watching JT Rock, and I didn't see him play on his toes a lot. He was kind of flat-footed. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you one thing, man. Mike Roberts, one time, he was assistant coach Mike Roberts. He was off balance one time, and, man, Coach Roberts went out there and let him know it. He's the guy that's going to get in your ear.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Olin's not much of a yeller or screamer, but and maybe he is. I saw him get on players too, though. But so I think you're right about that. When you were in the here, you were a rim protector, as was Daniel Santiago in limited playing time. Bullion was 23 years old and strong. Yeah. And I thought JT Rock improved as the season went on to be a better defender, not a guy that I don't think they were scared of coming at him. But this guy, AJ Pierre-Jerome, blocked 32 shots. They need some rim protection. And my understanding is, from a Lobo fan that is in the know, even more than us, he says that Coach Olin has another one coming, another 6'10" guy coming soon.
Oh, another 6'10" dude.
My understanding
I hope he's a big dude, man, that plays inside a little bit more. Mid-range shot, you know what I mean? Wait, I was just going to ask you, with those 4 spots left, this is where I was going to lean into. We need another big dude that can play around the rim, right? And you can call me old school, but what about all the action that happens around the rim when you have guards that are coming downhill, especially with Uriah Tenet, great mid-range guy? Can he attack the rim? Yes, but to a certain extent, is he a little undersized to where he's going to have to adjust a little bit more, because I feel like he's a great shooter, right? But there was no presence as far as scoring within the blocks area, which is in the paint, you guys. That's that big square, just to let everybody know what I'm talking about. I feel like they can do a better job of that, but what do you think are some more pieces that are probably needed?
What you just said, I think their wings and their guards are set, and you know, they do need, you know, and I'll put it like this: Grand Canyon has a 7-footer, Efree, I can't remember his name, he's returning, and then Tyler Behrens from Tulsa, they signed him. He's the big man that played for Tulsa.
Okay,
he's 26, going to be 27. He's been in the Navy, and you know that's grown man strength, right? We're talking about BYU guys now, you know, that used to be older, going on their missions. So you got to have, you know, Grand Canyon did some work in the portal. I think Coach Olin did some work. But Grand Canyon, I think, could be our new regional rival. San Diego State's gone. UTEP's back. But back in the day, man, you should have seen the Miners and Lobos. Holy cow. That was
with Don Haskins and us.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Norm Ellenberger, the Cup game. There were so many things with the Miners. But I'm looking at Grand Canyon. They're just down the road at Phoenix. That's going to be maybe a rivalry with UNM and in foot.
I can see that.
I'm already getting kind of pumped for it.
I could see that.
You San Diego State, you know, that was our rival, right? Yeah. They're gone.
Yeah.
Colorado State, we played a lot of games against them. Utah State, we love to play them. They're gone. So you're looking for that new rival.
I'm just telling you guys, don't sleep on UC Davis either. That's in the Sacramento area. Just to let you guys know, because they're coming over too as well.
That's right. Yeah.
On the basketball side. I'm telling you, man, Bryce Drew, you speak of Grand Canyon. Bryce Drew, my old teammate for the Rockets, man, he's coached at Valparaiso. He's coached at a couple other places. But watch out, man. I could see that happening, but come on. Lobo fans, we obviously know what's going to happen. I feel like we have to dominate the Mountain West Conference this year. It's no question.
That was talked about. I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was Jeff and JJ this morning about talking about that you better contend. We're going to a bowl game in football. We know that. We're going. Good chance we win the. We should. We should be right there. They're going to a bowl game. So I think that was talked about on the morning show about dominating the conferences. So a new conference comes calling in a couple of years, you'll have your resume ready.
Yeah.
And and we'll see what happens with the Mountain West as it is. I think Gloria Narvaez, the commissioner, did a good job of keeping things together when it looked like they wouldn't do that. 5 teams leaving, and what are you going to do, right? That's the question to her. And bought in Northern Illinois for football, bought in UC Davis, bought in UTEP, brought in Grand Canyon. I thought she did the best she could. I really did. And I think she's still looking to make sure this conference stays intact and see what happens from there.
That is the new commissioner for the Mountain West Conference tournament. You guys, old school KT beast. I appreciate that, man. We'll be right back. We're going to preview the Knicks and Cavs. There's a caller here, so please be patient. We got to take a break. We'll get to you as soon as we get back from the break, you guys. Preview Knicks and Cavs coming up. And thank you, Kaylina. Appreciate you, homie. We'll be back. You listen to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here with me today, you guys, and I got my guy Ed Nunez in here from the Pit Press because it's Tuesday. You guys, let's go to the phone lines real quick. I got the mailman. You're on the Sports Animal with Kenny Thomas. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? AT, I got to ask you. So, if I remember, when you were playing, your playing weight was roughly between 240, 255?
Yes, sir.
Like that?
Yes, sir.
So, if you had to guard Wembanyama, how would you do it? I mean, I don't know what your perimeter D was like, but more than likely he would try to drag out to the perimeter and shoot, or either shoot over you, like hook you. But I mean, I think with your size, you might have been able to hold him out of the paint, but you just didn't have the height. He'd probably just shoot over you, right?
Yeah, he probably would, especially when he's able to just, like, turn around and, like, do a fadeaway, right? But there's little tricks that I had to where, think about it, I played against KG. I'm not saying he's Wemby. I played against Tim Duncan, who's teaching Wemby. I played against David Robinson, both of them, the Twin Towers at the same time. It's just one of those things to where, obviously, I would try and push him out as far as I could. And then, see, now that's the thing about it, because Wemby can shoot. Right, so it's a two-headed edge sword, right? To where double-headed edge, sharp short sword, right, on both ends. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, man. He's very unique, but yeah, man, it would be very interesting.
Well, that was still playing when Yao Ming was in the league.
I was on the Houston Rockets, and I played with Yao Ming when we drafted Yao Ming, his rookie year, and then I got traded halfway year around Christmas to Philadelphia.
So how was that playing him in practice? How was that? I mean, I know y'all don't go all out in practice, but you do go at a decent clip. How was playing somebody like him? Because I would think he's about the closest to Wembanyama that
that's fair.
We had back there in that day, like you were talking about, maybe a or Sean Bradley, but neither one of them really had the weight, right?
Yeah, totally.
They didn't have the weight.
I totally
they had
agree.
The height.
These kids are different, and the game is played different too right now as well. You can't be as physical as well. But I totally agree with you. Playing against Yao Ming, I did play against him. He was just one of those guys that's just there, right? And that's the same thing with Wemby. But Wemby's wingspan is a lot longer than Yao Ming. Yao Ming is just bigger. That makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Well, it's good talking to you. Hey, I listen every day. I just don't get to call as much, but I listen every day.
I appreciate you, my guy, as always.
Thank you, Ed. are helping Kenny. I mean, I didn't get to talk to you that much, but hey, my Steelers going to be on the upswing this.
You're in a bad spot, man. Say that last part again to Ed.
I said my Steelers are going to be on the upswing this year. I didn't get to talk to Ed, but, I mean, I know our quarterback situation is kind of iffy, but if we could get him some targets in the wide receiver area, you know, we might make Jerry Jones regret dropping Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Ed?
They did re-sign Aaron Rodgers. He did resign, so he's back for another year.
Yeah.
He's got DK Metcalf. That guy's got speed, size, can catch them all.
They got anybody in the backfield?
I don't know who their running backs are. Eric would be able to tell you that. I mean, I know who they are, but without looking them up, I don't know.
Got you.
But when I think of the mailman, I think of Karl Malone.
Yeah,
baby.
that's the first thing I thought. I thought Karl Malone was calling
yeah.
into the show.
Wow, yeah.
Thanks, my guy. Thanks, mailman.
Hey, have a good one.
Thanks, bro. Yo, Ed, it's always nice the fact that when I go places, people are listening, but they don't call in, right? I think that's pretty cool. But hey, man,
and they're welcome to call in whenever they want, man.
There's no dumb question. Thank you, Ed. There's no dumb question. There's no dumb nothing. Just pick up the phone, 505-246-0610. I know everybody is used to texting, but pick up the phone, 505-246-0610. Go ahead, buddy.
I think it's kind of funny that I think people sometimes hesitate. They're like, I don't know if I should. And, you know, the radio, you've done it for a while. I've done it for a long time. There's no nervousness with us. And then when they call in, they're addicted. They're like, oh, shoot, I called in once. I'm going to do it again. Boom, 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 boom. Because their takes are good. They think about what they say. They've been listening for a while. So I'm glad the mailman called in, man.
Yo, man, there's a text right here. I don't know if this is legit or not, so I'm going to look it up. Jason Kidd just got let go by the Mavericks.
Oh, that was rumored. That was rumored.
Oh, really?
That I'd heard that a couple weeks ago, and
wow, that's interesting. Wow, I'm surprised there, but thank you for sending that text over.
Not yet. I haven't seen anything pop up yet.
No.
Hold on, the Jason Kidd news. Hold on. Yep, they did. The Dallas Mavericks have mutually agreed to part ways with Jason Kidd following the arrival of Masih Ujiri as the team's new president. So, Jason Kidd out of a job.
Man,
that's a little bit hard to believe.
That sucks.
Yeah, you know they didn't have Kyrie Irving this year, and they've got a promising future.
That wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't. But I told you that had been rumored, and I was a little surprised to hear that. So he'll land on his feet somewhere. Oh, I don't know who needs a coach, but, you know, yeah, I'd take him with the Lakers. And J.J. Redick.
J.J. Redick ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I told you, I'll never like that dude after what he said about Jerry West. And that's different than his coaching. He did a decent job. But when he disrespected the logo like that, I'll never like him.
Yeah, but he's coaching the man that got the Lakers to where they are as an organization. I'm sorry.
No, I know that.
And he's coaching the Lakers. Keep your mouth shut, man. Yeah. I don't understand that. And I like J.J. Redick from the standpoint of him being from his playing perspective. He played over 14 years.
Player.
Right? Solid, consistent player. Mm-hmm. And he had an unbelievable career. But come on, how do you do that? Like
that's no respect for the game, for those that came before you. And you saw the documentary. Yeah. Jerry West was one of the greatest two guards in NBA history, man.
Jerry West logo.
Oh, my God.
Like, you got to go check out that, man. I think it's on, is it on Prime?
It's
on Prime, Amazon
In
Prime.
fact, I got to go watch it again.
Hey, I already downloaded it.
Yeah.
It's in my library.
Got to have it, right?
You know what I mean? It's legendary, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Saw the movie Michael on Sunday. Wanted to talk about that.
Go ahead. What's up?
Oh,
I already seen it. It was so good.
Yeah. And that's his nephew, Jafar Jackson, playing him. Yeah. And my wife looked at him, and I both looked at him. He's amazing because, of course, it's his nephew, looks just like him, and amazing, just amazing. And when he starts as a young kid, right? The story was it was Gladys Knight that took them to Berry Gordy, and Berry Gordy saw them. Yeah. But the kid to sing like that, what'd she say? It's God-given talent. Oh. And I almost felt bad for him though because he had no peace, man. You couldn't go anywhere. People, But what is,
but that's the price of fame.
It is.
You know what I mean? But
then you got Joseph Jackson and his dad. Man, oh my God, that's a whole different story, right? I mean, the guy's a bully.
Yeah.
He looks at him as a cash cow rather than his son. So there's a lot of things around the story, but the overriding factor is, man, when are you ever going to see a Michael Jackson ever again?
Yeah. There's going to be a part 2.
I heard that.
That's the nice thing about it. And Janet Jackson wasn't a part of it. She declined to be a part of it, which was like, whoa, right? But I don't know, man. It's one of those things to where when you start thinking about the movie, it's like if the dad wasn't hard, would Michael have been Michael?
No, some of that's true.
You know what I mean? But
that's
the
true.
overhaul back in the day, like, you used to get whipped, man.
Belts.
And
Belts,
it just
man.
used to just, what about switches?
That too.
Imagine, hey, my grandma used to make me go outside and get a switch.
So my dad did the same thing to me.
And you better not bring a small
Yeah,
one.
my dad did the same thing.
Because if not, you're just going to get beat a little longer.
Yeah, but I knew my dad. But I'll tell you one thing, though. My dad, I knew he loved me. I knew that.
That's why they did it.
But I don't know that they said later about Joseph, and this was I read yesterday, that a lot of the kids said that he never once said, I love you, or showed affection towards them at all. Yeah. And, you know, with Michael, oh, man, he looked even at the victory tour. Yeah. And Michael says, hey, that's it. We're done. And Joseph wanted him. I don't want to say too much because people haven't seen it, but incredible movie. I'm glad my wife and I, we grew up with that music. I remember having the 45s and playing them in my room. Just an incredible talent. Him and Prince. I look at Prince and I think he's another guy. Yeah.
Hey, you guys, if you're listening, hey, I'm going to throw you guys the little curveball here. If you had to pick, is it Michael or is it Prince? Call 505-246-0610, or you can text me, 505-246-0610. When we come back, I think Eric Strauss is going to be here, you guys, I'm pretty sure. And here we go. Let's break down the Cavs and the Knicks coming up. Mike Brown, I'm pulling for the Knicks, man. Yeah, that's just me. We'll be right back. You listen to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here producing with me, you guys. She's jamming away with every song. I see you. Yeah, you little rocker, you. I feel you. And I got my guy Ed Nunez. in here with me, you guys, from the Pit Press. I got a text right here. When are we going to get NMSU football legend Mark Brandt on as a guest on Unfiltered? Mark, as the punter, played in 44 games, punted total of 258 times for 10,350 yards or 5.8 miles with the career average of 40 yards. Besides yardage, had a hang time beyond belief. Greatest punter New Mexico has ever produced, John Romero. Honestly, attended St. Mike's High School with Mr. Brandt. Hey, obviously, he has to be talking about my guy, Zach.
Yeah, must be.
I think he's talking about his father, to be honest. Let me work on that, John. Zach is actually coming on tomorrow because he missed Monday. Capital Ford up in Santa Fe, you guys, who's one of my partners and one of my biggest supporters. But, Ed, man, obviously we got game one going down in the Eastern Conference. We got Mike Brown and the Knicks and Bronson. And you got the Cavs that just came off an unbelievable series against the Pistons, beat them at home convincingly, and now they have to go to New York. OG Anunoby is actually probable hamstring. You got Larry Nance Jr. that's questionable. The Knicks have been done for the last 9 days to where they've had a rest because they beat my Sixers. What's your thoughts in this game? Do you honestly feel like the Cavs have a chance to beat the Knicks? I don't. I got the Knicks winning this in actually 6.
Well, look at the last game. The last game that I really expected Detroit to hold serve at home. I did. And Detroit prides itself on its physicality, and Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell wanted to be a creator. Got downhill, started dishing off, then scoring. Max Strauss. Evan Mobley played well. Jared Allen. The kid Sam Merrill off the bench was hitting off-balance threes. And I think the other feeling is the Knicks were on a roll, been playing very well, and they got 9 days rest, which gave OG Anunoby time to get that hamstring healed. But you played in the league, and sometimes when you're rolling like that, you don't want to take that much time off because they came off a game when they beat the Sixers 144-114 and hit 23 3-pointers. And their offense was rolling, cooking. So, and you know what, Michael Wilburn of
I love him.
Yeah, he called this the JV series.
Yeah.
And when he said that, my wife laughed too. But when you saw what we saw last night was one of the best NBA games I've ever seen.
Well said.
It really was.
Well said.
But that doesn't, to take the shine off of Cleveland, what they accomplished in beating the number 1 seed Detroit. It doesn't to me. Now, can they beat New York? I've got kind of a soft spot in my heart for New York, even though I'm a Lakers fan. They haven't won a championship since '73. Cleveland winning one in 2018. But they're going to run up against a juggernaut in San Antonio or the defending champions OKC. But I think that's going to be a very good series. James Harden played a lot better down the stretch than he had done in previous playoff series. They'll need him to make a play. They'll need him to dish or make a three or get to the line. I just don't know if he's a champion ball player. Is he going to make that play for you when you need it?
I think he's adjusting, though. Because it feels like Donovan Mitchell has been the guy of late that's been taking the bigger shots. Or is it just me?
No.
Right?
Sunday, he wanted to be that guy to get downhill. He made some great passes underneath Jared Allen for some easy. What surprised me, Kenny, is they got downhill so easily.
Yeah.
Detroit prides itself. Duran. Yeah. These brothers are yoked, man. They're built to stop you. Yeah. And they went through them like butter. Not like they weren't even there. Yeah. And me and my wife were watching. We're thinking, okay, they're going to cut it. They just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I think I kind of favor the Knicks because like I said, I remember them winning in '73 against the Lakers. That was years ago. And so it's been a long time. They got the championship series against Houston. And, Akeem, oh, my God, Akeem tore them up, man.
Yes, he did.
Akeem was in Spike Lee. I read his book. Spike Lee's dad even said, there's nothing Patrick can do with Akeem. At that time, Olajuwon was at his peak, and the Rockets winning back-to-back championships. And so that's the last time the Knicks have even come close to being in. Last year, they were in the conference finals.
Yep.
So I'm kind of got a soft spot for them. I'd like to see them make the championship, but I think Cleveland could give them all they want.
With Thibodeau being gone, right, and then you come and bring Mike Brown into the situation, and then they're right back where they were. So that has to tell you something, right, from the standpoint, was it the coach perspective, or was it the players not wanting to play for the coach? You know what I mean? Like the Mike Brown coming to this team, I feel like they're energized differently. And I feel like they're playing some better basketball, but that's just me. But when the Cavs against Detroit shoot 50% overall, come on, man. And you had Detroit shoot 30, 34%. That's winning basketball, but they did that on the road. It's going to be hard going into Madison Square Garden and seeing what happens, man.
You mentioned, it's mentioned here in the printout, Cleveland's coming off a grueling game. Grueling.
Yeah.
Game 7, you tell me about Game 7, man. A little bit of different energy, but the Cavs came and smacked the Pistons in the face.
Totally agree.
Yeah, they did.
Yo, happy belated birthday, Kaylina. There's a texture here. That was like almost 2 weeks ago, but okay, thank you. There's the love. I never get any love.
I appreciate it. It is wonderful. Thank you.
Is this really our other producer, Jonah, on the phone?
Yeah, we got Jonah online, and he says it's breaking news.
Oh, here we go. I hope he's not going to drop the Jason Kidd fire.
That would be funny. Here, let's go.
Jonah, what's up, my guy?
Are you kidding?
What's going on?
Guess what do you think I was going to say?
I don't know.
The Jason Kidd stuff.
We already.
This came out like 3 minutes ago. How did you guys get that?
I think you're a little late.
Quick.
You're a little late, man. I
guess I am, sir.
I got a text at 5:06, bro, and then me and Ed looked it up.
6?
Yeah.
ESPN put this out like 3 minutes ago.
One of our texters has an in. That's all I know.
What else is going on, bro?
Hey,
what's up? What's going on? Nothing?
That game was the best game of the 2020s I've ever seen in my life. That game was insane. Like, I feel like now Wemby is going to be the poster child of the NBA going forward. Because what he did yesterday just showed me everything. And then yesterday, Strauss was complaining about him not getting that much rebounds. What do you have to say now? 24 rebounds? Yeah. I think, and then 3 crucial blocks in the game. You can't beat that.
Oh, trust me, Eric. Yesterday, remember when Eric and Bo Jonah were talking about Wemby should not even be in the conversations for MVP talk. I'm like, that's insane. I can't wait till Eric gets in here.
No, I thought Eric was going to be there, so I could be like,
coming.
What do you want now?
I hope he's coming, but we'll see. He said he's running late.
Yeah.
But my guy, you got anything else, bro?
No, I just wanted to talk about that game yesterday, but let you guys get to break right now. Good talking to you. Good talking to you, Ed.
All right, Jonah, take care, brother.
Love to hear you.
Yeah,
you guys too. Take care.
Appreciate you. See you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a nice little random visit. Didn't expect. I think that's the first time Jonah's called in when he's not doing the show, producing.
No, he has before, but we had the family together.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's all good.
We had the whole family back on the air, and it wasn't at an Isotopes game.
Yeah, because I have both you guys for the Topes games. You guys, I got one. Go ahead.
It was my boy Freddie Trujillo that texted that in, and he wanted me to say, tell Jonah Freddie is in the know about breaking news, man. One of my boys, man. One of my friends.
Awesome.
Tell Jonah one more time.
Freddie's in the know. Freddie is in the know.
Yeah, Jonah. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah.
Jonah's like, man, it's competition
He
now.
was like, what? How'd you guys know? It just broke.
That's totally
fair.
fair.
Jonah, do you not know this is unfiltered? Just kidding, my guy. Hey, I got one more segment with Ed, you guys, but I got 2 more segments as a whole. We'll be right back. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here producing with me, you guys, and I got my guy Ed Nunez from the Pit Press. And I got my other homie, Eric Strauss, in here with us now. You can catch Eric over on KKOB at the top of the hour. Eric, what's going on today?
Tuesday, usually I have Paul guessing, but it's Guru's Day is what I call it because he's like an economic guru.
Okay.
But he can't come in, so I'll probably just talk about the elections going on in Kentucky and all the primary elections are going on right now. So,
well, Kentucky primaries. What about New Mexico?
They just that too. But New Mexico is pretty much I didn't even know most of the candidates here run unopposed, so it's not very controversial.
That's fair.
I mean, a Democrat basically is going to win everything as usual. So there's not much to talk about in New Mexico. We're just as blue as you could be. So, but these other elections like determine the House and Senate.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Come on, Ed. You got nothing for that? Yeah. Hey, we just dropped a little politics.
No, I'm listening.
Just a little smidgen of politics.
No, we're not doing politics.
No, wait a minute.
I just got my man laughing, though.
Just one quick question, Eric. Just one quick question.
Yeah.
Does Thomas Massey hang on to a seat in Kentucky?
It looks like it so far.
Okay.
Looks like it so far.
So I know. I'm in the know. I know, too. I know, but you said not to do it, but that was my quick question.
No, that's fine, though. Like, come on, man. It's called Unfiltered.
No,
we
I know.
Sprinkle a little politics in there.
In that case.
Sprinkle a little politics in there.
Little.
I am in the know, though. I don't want you to think I'm just some sports dude.
No, I know.
I'm not.
You're very intelligent, both of you. So
I appreciate
I wouldn't come in here if I didn't like talking with you guys.
See, and then
we have fun, too, man.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
And the thing about it is I love hyping you guys up as far as what you guys do away from here.
Yeah.
Ed with the Pit Press and what you do over on KKOB because you guys are taking time out of your busy schedules and your families to come in here and work with me. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yo, Eric, I'm gonna come to you first, bro. Spurs and Thunder. Is this the next generational rivalry? Because Magic Johnson broke it down, and I'm gonna tell you what Magic Jet. I'm gonna sum it up a little bit.
Yeah.
From 5 to 7, the next 5 to 7 years, OKC and the Spurs are the team to be reckoned with, and especially when it comes out of the West.
Yeah.
They probably will meet up a lot over the next 5 to 7 years.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think you called it right, Kenny. You said Spurs in 6, didn't you, last night?
I said Spurs in 7.
7. You might be dead on. I mean, they look... Wemby looks as every bit of unstoppable. But here's my thing. Why on earth you got 2 big men, and why do you have a little guy guarding Wemby?
Caruso.
Why is Caruso guarding Wemby? It was so stupid. I'm like, what are you? And then a late rotation by Chet. I'm like, it was just. I thought that was a poorly coached game. I haven't seen that guy coach that much. That was one of his worst performances ever.
See, Ed, we were talking about this earlier, right? Like, I think Alex Caruso was on him because Chet can't actually guard him because he's lighter than Wemby. Now, when you think about Hartenstein, why not have Hartenstein guard him? We talked about this earlier, but what's your thoughts there? I know they're trying to push him away from the basket, but pushing him away from the basket is not necessarily a good thing because he can shoot. So what's your thoughts there, Ed?
I'd still rather have him on the perimeter than being guarded by a 6'1" guy to throw a lob at the rim. Yeah. You're not going to stop that.
Yeah.
No.
So, but I will say, to Eric's point, Oklahoma City is the defending champions. Mark Denikol's a heck of a coach, but I would agree with that. There was a couple of times last night I saw Jalen Williams on him. It's like, look, man, this guy is going to be unstoppable as it is anyway. Yeah. So we got to put vertical on him. Yeah. Holmgren, who's a pretty decent defender, he slammed on that dude. I mean, Holmgren got a key block in the interregulation, but this guy is different. And I think the Spurs in Oklahoma City are going to keep the NBA flowing as far as ratings wise, much like the Celtics and Lakers did years ago. The Celtics and Lakers rivalry, you could honestly argue, saved the NBA at that time. Yeah. They were still having tape delay NBA broadcasts, 10:30 at night. Yeah. So that changed the whole league. And this thing here, it could put the NBA in another stratosphere.
I totally agree. Now, go ahead, Eric.
I get that Wemby dunked on Chet, but it was just a matter of angles. It's not like it was an overpowering dunk. He just had a bad angle on him. I think Chet can defend him a lot better than Caruso. I just don't know what they're doing. Hartenstein, I guess, is injured. That's what my son said. My son said that he wasn't playing that much because he's injured.
Might have been because he wasn't in there.
I don't know. Maybe Google that, but I think that was one reason. But you got to rotate Hartenstein and Holmgren and wear Wemby out. Wemby's played more minutes last night than he's played all season, and I just thought they mishandled defending him. If Hartenstein is injured, that would be a key reason. But you got to get that big body on Wemby. You cannot have Caruso guard Wemby again. That was dumb.
I think
that was just dumb.
There might be something to what you said about Hartenstein being injured.
Yes.
Because why wouldn't he be guarding him?
Yes.
He's
exactly.
strong, 6'10",
big.
yeah. He might have been.
Whoa, here we go. I'm still looking this up right now. But, Eric, you made a comment yesterday that, and I told Ed, and I'm going to come to you first, Eric. You don't think Wemby should have been in the talks for MVP?
No, not this season.
Based off of what
last night's game was phenomenal. Everybody, but watch how much you want to bet Shea comes back and has a monster game. You'll see it, and then everybody will go, "Oh, okay, now we." I mean, this season, based on what they did, Wemby, no, they're going to give it to him 5 times after this. He's going to be in the conversation from here on out.
See, but you didn't even think that SGA should have got it. You thought.
Oh, I'm still Jokic.
Jokic should have got it because of triple-double. What's your thoughts there? I wanted your thoughts on basically what Eric said.
You look at SGA, 31.1 points per game, second in the league. I thought he had a great year. I thought he deserved it. But I think, Eric's not incorrect saying Nikola Jokic had a tremendous season. I honestly thought Wembanyama belonged there in the discussion. And Eric's right. He's going to win multiple MVPs. I don't think there's any question about that. Question. I've watched the NBA since 1972. And I've never seen anything like this guy at all as far as the big, because he can shoot, he can handle.
Never.
Yeah. And he can guard.
He can guard. Three-pointer?
Yeah. That one.
28 feet out?
Yeah. So, you guys, I looked it up. It says Hartenstein did not suffer a new injury during Game 1.
I don't know. They weren't playing him much.
Just logged 12 minutes. Hey, matchups,
12 minutes.
They probably had a game plan.
Whatever it was dumb.
I don't disagree.
That was not a good game plan.
Because the only thing they did when Alex Caruso was guarding him, they totally had him at the free throw line, Wemby at the time, because that's the play and the action that the Spurs were running. But what do? This is the smart side of the head coach for the Spurs. They put him on the block. And the only thing he did was walk him up the lane. And what are they going to do? Just throw the ball at the rim.
All he has to do is take one step to his left or right, wherever Caruso isn't, and he's at the rim with those big, long legs, and it's over. It's over.
I got something for you guys. I don't know how quick this can happen, but with those guys being professional athletes, when you have Alex Caruso guarding him above the free throw line, it should be Alex Caruso. And when you think about it, Chet Holmgren, he should be right there because he's coming over to help support. When they took Wemby to the box, why wouldn't they just switch?
Yeah, game over.
Why wouldn't they just send Chet over and release Alex Caruso?
I agree.
And did you see Chet hanging out by the three-pointer? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Chet was off to the left, and you're like, what the hell is he doing?
They had Chet on the weak side because they were trying to get Chet out of the picture because he could not help. This is where the rotation and the coaching should have happened because you should have just rotated Chet over.
How many easy buckets did he get in the paint?
See, that's what I'm saying. You would rather, that's what you said, Ed, you would rather have him out on the perimeter. Right?
Frustrating.
Yeah.
What? Because I hate the Spurs. I'm frustrating.
Well, now
it
comes
Spurs
out.
Fan,
He hates the Spurs. That's why he's talking crap about Wemby.
You hate LeBron.
I'm not a LeBron fan.
But the Spurs, where does that hate come from?
Number one, I think Wemby's a dirtier player than people give him credit for. There was a couple cheap stuff he didn't get called for. He was holding Chet all night, by the way, on the rebounds. For when they were getting those offensive rebounds and defense, he was. Did you look at it? He was holding him, elbowing him, grabbing hands. He's not a clean player by any means.
There's a lot of holding going on in the playoffs, baby.
Yep.
That
they weren't calling it.
Only a second year, though. It's only so you did your hate come before he played?
I don't like Frenchies. Number one, I don't know. It's the French, man. They laid seriously for World War II. They just laid down and just let Hitler come on in. It's like there's something. I went to France. And it was like my wife got mistreated there. So I guess I just had a bad experience.
That's a true American right there. Charles de Gaulle. You got any love for Charles de Gaulle?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
General of France that left when Hitler took over the city. De Gaulle took off. And then came back when the Americans liberated. He came in like he'd been there the whole time. Right?
Eric, I don't know, man. Frenchie's coming over and taking over.
Look, he's going to be the face of the league. So might as well jump on hating him now. So, it's like.
How do you hate him right
I don't know, dude. It's the Spurs, man. I get fatigue.
But not hate literal, just the team.
No, I don't think he's a bad guy. I mean, I wouldn't flip him off on the street or something if I saw him. I'd still dab him up.
You're thinking about it.
I would. Well, okay.
The boot case going to come out.
There it is. The 505 does come out a little bit.
Burke.
Oh, the Burke right there.
Hey, my guy Ed, man, as always, thank you for coming. I know you got to get up out of here. Appreciate you. Ed Nunez with the Pit Press
shirt on.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Cool.
What that mean?
Yeah.
Always a Laker fan, no matter what.
You a Luka fan, too?
I like Luka a lot, yeah. I like Luka with Dallas.
But he don't play no defense.
He does not play any defense at all.
They got decisions to make in the offseason, but it's not going to help. It don't matter anyway. It's going to be futile.
We'll see you here Thursday.
Yeah, you got
You'll be back on Thursday, my guy. Ed Nunez from the Pit Press. You guys, thanks, my guy. We'll be right back for one more segment. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM. And AM 610, the sports animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. I have Angelina in here with me producing today, and I got my guy Eric Strauss in here as well. You can catch him over on KKOB at the top of the hour. And you can catch me tonight and in the morning over at KOB4. You can go to KOB4's website and you can search Kenny's Got the Score. And it's all past the episodes since I started in January. Yo, Eric, man, at the break, we were talking about Wemby when it comes to him being
the size, the body,
being able to get bigger, right? Yeah. The thing about Wemby is like I see him like a Kevin Garnett, right? To where he's never gonna get big, but he could be a guy that can develop some good core strength. I don't see him getting bigger, like swell up to where I don't think it'd be beneficial for him, but the guy's only 21, 22 years old. It's going to be interesting to see how his career unfolds, but he is that guy.
Did you think the other Frenchie, what's his name, from the Timberwolves, did you think he matched
Rudy
up
Gobert.
well? Gobert, did he match up well with Wemby?
That's a great question
because I didn't watch enough of that series. I didn't watch the last two games.
So the thing about Rudy Gobert is Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And he has grown up to know Wemby. Like they grew up together. I think he knew Wemby when he was like a teenager, right? And the fact that you have a Rudy Gobert that has the experience on Wemby, I feel like he knows him and he altered some shots, just like Rudy Gobert did against Jokic in that first series.
Yeah.
I feel like...
I thought he did a great job on Jokic, by the way.
Which is eliminating guys from getting comfortable, even though Jokic is still going to score the type of points that he does, right?
Yeah,
but is Wemby that guy that can hold up in the future? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But you got to also keep in mind he's been hurt.
Yeah.
His first couple years.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Everybody's anointing him, but, you know.
I'm not. The guy's good, man.
I mean, they're calling him the face of the league. You know, everybody's swooning now. The 40 points, the blocks, the minutes. But I'm telling you, longevity that's what's going to determine your best ability is your availability, right? So can he survive season after season, go like LeBron, you know, and that much pounding on your body? You know, how many years are you going to get out of Wemby? That's the big question, isn't it?
Said. Think about
because those big men, like, remember what was that redheaded kid, Bill Walton? Injuries took him out.
Yeah, bad knees.
Yeah, bad knees. Yeah. Well, you know, that size, he's young. Trust me, those knees go quick. You get into your late 20s, mid-20s, it starts to hurt.
Think about Yao Ming, right?
Yes.
I think he played 7 to 10 years, maybe, right? And the wear and tear being that big. You got to keep in mind, Yao Ming's calves and thighs were like the size of my head.
He was a monster. Was he bigger than Wemby?
Yes.
And so.
Yes. You got to put 3 Wemby's arms together.
Wow.
For Yao Ming.
So do you think it benefits Wemby that he's so skinny? That's a great question.
I don't think it does, because think about it. If you watch the next game, and I'm gonna put a bug in your ear to where maybe you'll see it. Think about the guards, how they knock him off his balance.
Yeah.
Guards, right?
Guards.
Because think about it.
Like Caruso.
Yeah, right? It's leverage. I could see why OKC did that with Alex Caruso, because it's leverage, right? The lower, because the shorter person has more leverage because they're closer to the ground, right?
Yeah.
To where you're coming up.
Yeah.
But this is where I didn't understand after Wemby got below the free throw line. You needed to change it up. It had to be instant.
Had to switch instantly.
Especially if Chet's not going to go out there and guard them.
And Chet just hung out on the weak side, and you're like, what the bleep is Chet Holmgren doing? He had a horrible game, by the way.
I didn't understand that.
He had a horrible game. But think about this, Kenny. Let me finish with this thought.
No, you're good.
I'll ask you this. Did OKC play up to their ability? And if they do, can the Spurs handle them? My answer is if OKC plays the way OKC should play, they will beat the Spurs in the next 5 games.
Let me tell you something.
But
regular season, Spurs owned OKC.
Yeah,
4-1.
you told me that. Yeah.
4-1.
Yep.
Now, postseason 1-0.
Yep.
Right?
Doesn't bode well, does it?
Like, think about it. There has to be some mental crumble on OKC from the standpoint of pressing, trying to do so much rather than playing like they have been.
Yep. Good
in
point.
The first 2 series.
Yeah.
And especially being at home. Now they're super pressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's
the pressure's on them. Yeah. Pressure's on them.
It's
no
supposed
pressure
to be the
on
other way
Spurs.
around, especially being at home.
Yeah, with the returning champs. You're right.
And then with Wemby playing the type of minutes that he played, and then you got one day in between before you play the next game.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. This is where OKC should have the leverage.
They should.
They're both young teams.
You got to the Hartenstein, he's got to play Wemby. They need to rotate between Chet and, am I saying his name right? Hartenstein? Hartenstein.
Yeah,
Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Hartenstein.
And Chet Holmgren.
They have to rotate those two and stay on Wemby like peel on a banana.
I totally agree. Knicks, Mike Brown and the Knicks and the Cavs, man.
Yes,
the Cavs just came off an unbelievable 7-game series against Detroit. I know you wanted to talk about this for a couple minutes before we go out, but what do you got happening here? I got the Knicks in 6.
So I'm an old school, I didn't like the Knicks back in the day. And this version of the Knicks, I'm kind of questioning myself. I look in the mirror and say, who am I? Because I'm actually rooting for this Knicks team. I like that Jalen Brunson, dude. There's something likable about that guy.
Mike
Brown, you like that coach. You're kind of winning me over. You seem to be a good judge of character, so I trust you on that one. So there's nothing about this Knicks team that I don't like. I think they will beat the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
But again, Donovan Mitchell, if Donovan Mitchell goes Donovan Mitchell and plays the way he's supposed to, they're a tough out.
If the Knicks get OG and Anunoby back,
that's game over. Yeah. Now,
that's
can the Knicks, if they get past the Cavaliers, beat either Oklahoma City or the Spurs? Everybody's saying that that's your champion. Do you agree with that?
Whoever comes out of the
West.
Yeah.
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 Without question.
Yeah, without question.
Even though the Knicks go on this
without question.
Without question.
Yeah.
All right.
There will be a Western Conference NBA champion.
To be continued.
Yeah. I can't believe I just said that, but
if it's the Spurs in that final, I am all in. I might get a Knicks jersey.
I might go.
I might want to go. You might want to take me.
Let's go to Texas. Thank you, Kaylina. I appreciate you. As always, homie. You have a great one.
Love the hair, Kaylina.
I actually do love the hair, too.
Thank you.
I don't think I've seen anything that doesn't suit you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys.
It's your positive energy.
Yeah.
And it's the redness, because she gets all red when she doesn't know how to handle compliments.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kaylina. Thank you, Ed Nunez. And thank you, APD, for coming on. I appreciate you as well, my partner. And thank the legend, Eric Strauss. You can catch him over on KKOB. You're the legend media guy.
You're the legend.
You're the legend. You're my legend media guy.
Yeah. Right.
Appreciate you, my guy, Eric. Yeah. Catch him over on KKOB. You can catch me over at KOB4 as well. I will see you guys tomorrow for Hump Day. You guys have a good one. Be safe. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.